Welcome back to Skytech-Lens. A new storm is brewing, not in the skies but in the global economy. As of August 1, 2025, the European Union will impose a 25% retaliatory tariff on all US-made automobiles and components, a direct response to President Trump's aggressive trade policies. This move follows months of escalating tensions, with the US already raising tariffs on foreign vehicles and metals. The EU's tariff is airtight, targeting everything from pickup trucks to spare parts, and threatens the core of American auto exports. Today, July 27, 2025, President Trump meets EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen in Scotland for a last-ditch negotiation. The stakes are enormous. The EU market accounts for nearly 30% of Detroit's exports, worth up to $28 billion annually. The mere announcement has rattled markets, sending shockwaves through the American auto sector. For US automakers, this is more than a political spat. It's an existential threat that could erase profits and competitiveness overnight. As the world watches, the question is clear. Can diplomacy avert disaster, or is the American auto industry about to crash into a crisis of its own making? The fate of decades of transatlantic trade hangs in the balance. The EU's 25% tariff hit American automakers like a sledgehammer. It's projected to add $8 billion in annual costs, with consumers facing $1,000, $5,000 price hikes per vehicle, pricing many US models out of Europe. Ford's profit margins in Europe are expected to plunge, while GM faces up to $3.9 billion in lost sales revenue. Even Stellantis, with its global reach, is bracing for billions in losses. The tariffs don't just target finished cars, they disrupt the entire supply chain, making it nearly impossible to offset costs by assembling vehicles in Europe with US parts. American market share in key segments like digital dashboards is set to plummet. The result, a profitable market has become a money pit, and the business case for exporting US-made cars to Europe is evaporating. Ford's margins are already shrinking, and the industry is tallying losses in billions, not just political points. The EU's move is a powerful check on American protectionism, forcing automakers to rethink their global strategies. The transition to electric and autonomous vehicles just got a lot harder. The financial pain is immediate, and the long-term damage could be even worse. The American auto industry is reeling. The pain isn't just on Wall Street, it's on the factory floor. As European demand collapses, production lines in the Midwest slow, shifts are cut, and some assembly lines shut down. A 28% drop in US SUV sales to Europe means thousands of vehicles are no longer needed, forcing manufacturers to scale back. The ripple effect hits hundreds of suppliers, leaving them with excess inventory and idle workers. Entire communities built around auto manufacturing now face uncertainty and shrinking paychecks. The optimism of a manufacturing revival is fading fast, replaced by anxiety and the threat of layoffs. Even shipping tells the story. In June, a major US car carrier left Baltimore for Europe with 30% of its capacity empty, a $2.4 million loss in one voyage. Meanwhile, European ports are flooded with EU-made vehicles ready to fill the gap. The transatlantic bridge for American autos is crumbling. Desperate to survive, US automakers are scrambling for loopholes. The Latin rescue plan is in play, shifting assembly to Mexico or Brazil to dodge the EU tariff. But moving production is costly, complex, and slow, requiring new investments, logistics, and workforce training. The EU's strict rules of origin mean most of a car's value must come from outside the US, a nearly impossible bar for American-designed vehicles. GM is considering sourcing key parts from Europe or Asia, but this creates logistical nightmares and new costs. Even if they succeed, the EU's looming carbon border tax could slap new penalties on imports from countries with weaker climate policies. The workaround is risky, expensive, and may not work. Automakers are caught between a tariff wall and a regulatory minefield. The crisis has forced them into a global shuffle with no easy escape. It's a high-stakes gamble born of desperation. Amid the chaos, one US brand stands apart: Tesla. Thanks to its Berlin gigafactory, Tesla's European sales are shielded from tariffs. Its cars are made in the EU, not imported. While Ford and GM scramble, Tesla keeps prices steady and expands its market share. The Berlin plant is more than a factory. It's a fortress against trade wars, proving the value of global foresight. Tesla's rivals face existential threats. Tesla accelerates ahead. The lesson is clear. In a world of protectionism, local production is survival. Tesla's strategy is paying off, big time. As US automakers falter, German brands pounce. Volkswagen, BMW, and Mercedes launch no price increase campaigns, winning over European consumers facing higher US car prices. The DAX index surges as investors bet on German automakers to capture lost American market share. For every cancelled Ford or Jeep order, a VW or BMW is ready to fill the void. The tariffs create a vacuum, and European brands are eager to fill it, especially in the lucrative SUV and electric vehicle segments. Once customers switch brands, they enter new ecosystems, making it hard for US companies to win them back. The EU's electric vehicle market share is set to soar, while American brands fall behind. The trade war has handed European automakers a strategic victory. This isn't just a short-term sales bump. It's a long-term shift in loyalty and market dominance. American automakers are losing ground in the future of mobility. Can the American auto industry recover, or is the damage permanent? Lost market share is hard to win back, especially as European brands lock in new customers with advanced tech and seamless experiences. Switching brands now means switching digital ecosystems, making future comebacks even tougher. The EU is signaling more protectionism ahead, stricter carbon rules, new taxes, and regulatory barriers. Even if tariffs are lifted, the playing field may stay tilted against US automakers. The 2025 trade war may be remembered as a self-inflicted wound that permanently weakened American manufacturing abroad. The road to recovery will be long, and the scars may never fully heal. The lesson in global trade: miscalculations can leave wounds that last for generations. Thanks for watching the video, and subscribe to the channel Skytech-Lens for more updates. Thanks.